The Shadow Demon would love to come in, but they needed Moo to move down a little bit further. It's all out for the disruption. Actually pretty close to the wall, and look at the maneuver in. The perfect Warcraft 3 style surround, and Moo will be the first blood. The Romanians will spill it.
They're stopping the Meepo from farming, but at the same time, they are amplifying their own farming potential by stacking their own camps. So they are all across the map, increasing the efficiency of their...
Free gold. Defensive disruption, and now they will group around him. The cogs will come down, but the real Shadow Demon is caught inside. We support coming in from the Dazzle, but the ping came out from Meepo saying, why no shallow grave? And now Rabbit, body block. Illusionist held him in there. The ensnare, he actually duked it out. Wants to cut through the tree line on the way out here while the Death Prophet Ollie will come in. They'll pick up one, they'll pick up two from Moo, and they're looking for more. The Meepo, the injured one down low. There's no mana for a stun for Banana. It'll be a 2-for-1 trade-off, the Razor and the SD for the Clockwork. And then they'll also use the remaining point of the Exorcism to take that triple stack. And they may just force the issue. A new aggressive ward. They can see the Razor just sitting there. And the Yule Scepter from Moo will allow them to move into a position where they can initiate. Especially when the Rocket's able to scout out the Shadow Demon. And they're walking past the ward. Dazzle comes up. Welcome to the stun. Multicast as well. He evaporates from the face of the earth. And that now means the Shadow Demon, well, he actually disrupts aggressively. And he goes down very, very quickly.
That's BKB on his way for Hal. Ancient still not touched. You know, Vitality moved to first, then Shivas, but I think he needs a bit more HP before he goes for that.
I'm kind of okay with just a casual Vit boost. That could also work.
Yeah. Maybe Rod of Atos.
Ow. Well, right now, triggers the BKB, goes in for Flat Cannon plus his Rocket Barrage, but the physical DPS is still a hell of a lot. He needs to buy more space here. Moo will come in. They're going to get the kill over on the Titan, but there's no Ravage available, and Hal, he's still up in the tree line. Sees the Earth binded up, and the Poops will finally pick him up. The Rabbit locks in the Meepo with him. There's more support around the corner from Newbee. It'll be a 3-for-1 trade-off. 2 cores and a support. Well, they're coming down. They need that stun. The Ignite. That's not enough damage to actually tick him out. It's only a level 2 Ignite.
It's bloody annoying, though.
Yeah, Sunshine. Well, hello. He's going to try and turn around now. Seals up Dazzle, so he can't come in to help out his teammates, but Banana got to look for that multicast stun. He gets it over on one of the Meepos, but now the Cogs actually ends up locking in the Ogre. He meant to push him back in again. There will be the Mystic Flare being dropped by Sunshine. He's now in a little bit of trouble, but Moo, he's got his ultimate available plus Crypt Swarm. He'll throw it out, but the Earthbind's following him in here. He doesn't have enough mana for his ultimate after he threw out that Crypt Swarm.
Meepo is so close to blink.
How? They need an opening. Hookshot from Rabbit. He's going to hookshot himself up, and now the Cogs. Perfect position, isolating the Shadow Demon from the rest of the team. The cooldown's almost killing up Illusions. He's still in range. They need to get closer, and Clockwork actually threw the rocket out to kill him off while he isolated the Shadow Demon. Nice presence of mind coming out, because he realized with the Clockwork Cogs, he locked his team into a choke point. So he was the only one that could reach him.
And Tidehunter just sort of like walking away. I can't Ravage here. There's no follow-up whatsoever.
There's a lot of support coming in from a Meepo, but that's also a very isolated Meepo who hurt himself so badly on the Blade Mail, which allows the Gyrocopter to finish the job.
And he didn't buy Blink there. I think he wants to save for buyback because now the push comes from Newbee. They don't have exit.
But that's now 2 remaining Tier 2 towers for a team that's only lost 1 Tier 1 tower.
Yeah, and Meepo bought his Blink after his last death and has managed to farm up 2,000 gold after that.
Hookshot. Battery Assault, going to go on the raids. The defensive disruption's going to be up. Rabbit doesn't have a force up to get away from this one, but they've got the follow-up silence. Tide jumps in. He's going to trigger off the Ravage. Hits pretty hard there on Rabbit, but Moo's BKB will protect him. But without the Death Prophet Ulti, they don't have that physical damage they really require. Now, Banana does have a stun available. They might have to use it right now on the Tidehunter, trying to hide himself inside the tree line. Sunshine's coming down. He does have Steel available in 1 second time, and now they can just use it. Control up on the Illusion to start with. Now Steel over towards the Tidehunter. They keep that Crypt Swarm as well as range spam coming. Yep, Hal. It's only the Aegis Immortal though.
He's going to die again. No BKB.
And there's no TP support to come in either. He does turn on the Flat Cannon and Rocket Barrage as much damage as he can before the end. But that's a 2-for-3 trade-off. And I'm still seeing a stronger Moo coming out on top. Like, even though short, the Meepo is finding kills, I still feel like there's too much control that can come out from Newbee that can instantly kill off that Meepo.
That Tidehunter, though, blinked in, started casting Ravage, cancelled, started casting, cancelled, and then cast it. And that gave Moo so much time to use BKB. If he had jumped and blinked and Ravage instantly, would have caught Moo off guard, get the stun on him, then the Razor would have been able to escape.
Blink down. Rabbit. He's got a hook shot in right now. The IeSF will buy the Crop just a little bit of space. And he actually managed to isolate the Meepo inside the cogs. And there's your multicast. The clockwork will go down, but they get the Meepo in return. Yeah, I can understand your point. If it all works like that, then brilliant. But if it doesn't, then you want survivability. Looks like a little bit of catch out, disruption into the tree line and Sunshine. Okay, the spawn was on the other side, so he's able to walk himself away, but the Ravage, really good position. Banana, a little bit of trouble for him, but you got the call down, and you've got enough space for the Shadow Demon. You do have the Weave also giving him a large amount of armor, but it's not stopping House magical damage from now coming in. They've got the kill on the Dazzle into the Razor, and then, okay, that was a really cheap attempt at an uncharged kill. It's not going to work. And Meepo, okay, you are a long way from home. Multicast 3 times over. There's a lot of support. How? He's going to go down. There's a Meepo up on top of the hill. That's the easiest one for them to kill off right now, but they just can't reach him. But then again, yes, they can. Ogre with enough mana for the stun, and it comes off cooldown too. And Moose Spirits really hated that Meepo that was on the cliff top.
Oh, yeah. Plus the urn charge on him.
Yep.
That all started, well, Meepo's misposition there all started from a slight misplay from him.
Well, they're looking for Banana now on the bottom lane instead. Meepo, Blink Dagger Meepo is here. So he's going to, okay, there's Sunshine as well. They have to go. They have to go. SD's in a lot of trouble. He's already down to half life points. He's trying to use his wands to try and stay alive. Meepo is still hanging around here, and in fact, they're just bailing. They do not want to go on this one. In fact, they can go top lane until Rabbit gets the perfect cogs off, which means all the Meepos get pushed back. The cooldown's on the way. This will catch one of the Meepos and a hook shot in. He doesn't have cogs available. Turns on the blade mail, and the poop damage going to return it in pretty hard. How? He knows where that injured Meepo is, but actually one of the more injured Meepos is in really, really close. Another Rocket Barrage, but How will go down. Rabbit, he's ensnared again. There's a bit of a push on the tier 1 tower in the middle lane, but the Clockwork's going to go down. Meepo with a double kill. The Mystic Flare unable to isolate the Meepos. They have to actually get themselves back right now. 79 on that one, back towards middle lane. The IeSF are over right now on the Razor, but that Death Prophet ultimate is going to rip through his life points, while the Tidehunter sneakily takes out the tier 1 tower in the middle lane. So a 2-2 trade-off coming the way of the teams.
Back and forth. It's basically 4 protect 1, where the 4 from Romania are running down one lane trying to take a team fight, and then Meepo is going off on his own, finding kills here and there, and he's cutting it so close every single time. He's got a couple of Meepos on 30 HP or so. And there's the fully completed Hex for him.
That's a really good micro. It really is good micro. And he was overcommitted multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
Like, those cogs caused a huge amount of havoc for him. But they're moving. And they're going to move pretty heavily. Poofs out. Actually, they've just poofed down. Which means Moo, he needs to IeSF and isolate them. And that means the stun's going to come up from Ogre. Hawk shot! Perfectly positioned. The stuns as well. There's no poofing out of this one. They do get the good Hex over from Banana, which means there's no extra multicast, but with the Seal and Mystic Flare, they're able to isolate the Meepo perfectly. He will go down while How now does finish that butterfly on bottom lane. Like, it's the double stuns coming out from Ogre Magi, which can be extended stuns as well.
They need Meepo in that situation.
Yep. Like Bloodlust.
Bloodseeker. Jungle Bloodseeker.
Well, it's giving the attack speed to the Gyrocopter that really means he has use for this like single target damage. At the moment, Meepo is trying to go for a trade-off. It's the tier 2 tower on the top lane he's trying to take. But he will be successful. And the fortification will protect him. Now Tide, 4-star, Blink Dagger, Ravage. He got 4 heroes in that one. Banana wants to move in. They've already got the seal on the Tidehunter, hence he didn't throw out the stun for that one. He's looking for a better target. How on the high ground, remember, he's still got a lot of evasion, and he's got that Aegis Immortal, and there's your Rocket Silence, the Illusionist. That's going to bring his life points down to 0 straight away. Rabbit, he is being currently earthbound. But Newbee, don't want to fully back up, apart from the top lane where Meepo, okay, 4 times multicast, get off it. How? He can't get the kill in time. And the Meepo were able to get himself away just by a bee. Like, that was so close. While on bottom lane, Moo, he's trying to battle again. The Mystic Flare will end up killing off the Shadow Demon, but Moo's got no way out of this one. His heart will not be enough life points, and that's a really good kill for the Meepo. 740 gold. That's actually worth a hell of a lot more than that to the entire team of Team Romania. And you'll see it right here too.
He's
with
going
her
for
death.
more. Does he put the rest in? Yes, he does. Hex onto Rabbit.
That's troublesome. That's really troublesome. The multicast again, they 4-staff him up.
Geo Strike finishing him off.
Yep. There's that tick you're searching for, and now Banana's in more trouble. He's looking for more multicast stuns. He's got another blast up his sleeve.
That micro
he's not
going
to
to
get
Skywrath.
it. The Blink Dagger's still on cooldown for now. So he can't chase all the way in. However, hello, he got 4, he got 2 more up on the high ground. It's a triple kill for the Meepo. But Meepo, the tower's attacking him. How?
So close.
Lives on 50 life points. He was still only going to crack the Aegis the Immortal, but he got the Skywrath Mage as well as forcing buybacks out from Newbee. The Clockwork hook shots down, is able to pick up the illusions. It's a little bit of collateral kill.
Literally got goosebumps. The micro there from Weehaha, absolutely stunning. Managing to send 1 up here, chasing the Skywrath, and then has the presence of mind to realize, okay, Gyro Skywrath there, and snare, poof them in, get in there, do so much
Hilarious
damage.
thing is, it was blind. Like, he didn't see up the hill, and he didn't use the Blink Dagger. He just walked himself in. He backed up to start with, and then he was like, hey, sweet, we can turn on this guy. And then he just walked back into them. Perfect bind, perfect control. There's a lot of pushing on this side lane. That tier 3 tower is still only at 1/3 of its life points, but on bottom lane, you know what Newbee want. Like, they just want to make this bottom lane so hard to counter push, because Meepo is kind of like the only one that could really do it properly next to Tidehunter. And now they come in. There goes your Ravage. How? Controlled. He's going to go down. There's no protection from the Aegis this time around. The Mystic Flare hurting the Shadow Demon, but still no kill. There's finally a multicast coming up from Banana, but Sunshine will drop as well. A long time on the sidelines. Razor almost kind of... Oh, he's not alone. He's definitely not alone. Triple kill for the Meepo. Rabbit, no, he can't. Ooh. The Earthbind was still on cooldown for the Meepo that jumped in for him.
He had the Hex, but he didn't quite see him.
Middle lane, he BT's in, he chases Moo in the middle lane, and then all of a sudden 5 Meepos beating into this Death Prophet. Extra silence, Yule Scepter up, but there's no way out of here. He is actually locked in position, and Newbee's in trouble. Romania are looking fantastic.
These BKB timers are such a massive deal. They use them early. Did Gyro even get a chance to use his?
I didn't think so.
Because he got ensnared, and it's like, what's the point? I'm going to die.
Yep, and he got instantly done by the Ravage too. And when that happens, you're caught and you're on the back foot and you've got no real answer. And right now they're going to try and breach high ground. The Cogs will be a little bit more of a defensive nuisance, but there's no fortification available for them. Buybacks that are available for the Gyro as well as the Death Prophet, but they're going to let mid-racks go. I think they realize they cannot defend this without their entire team. Maybe you buy back the Death Prophet if they go for a secondary Raxing, which, yeah, they're going for it. They're going for the top racks. I think you're going to actually bring the Death Prophet back to life right now. The Ogre Magi has to wait another 8 seconds. It's already too late. They got a double Raxing. You got a Shadow Demon being isolated and killed off in the mid lane by Sunshine, but How really out of position. Gyrocopter will buy back. Ogre Magi is back in the world of living. Still, the Death Prophet refuses to come back to the world of living because she doesn't have an ultimate. They do bring down the Meepo. That's a big thing for Newbee. They'll move over towards the Illusionist as well. He's got no way out of here. Try to do some kind of damage to the ranged Rax. And they did bring down both melee in the lanes. The TP out by Rager is going to be in time, but they're 3 heroes down. The Death Prophet held his nerve. He didn't buy back. They realized they were going to lose out. It was more important to him to get that, I assume, refresher.
And then Weehaha was like, okay, my opportunity. I'm going to come down here. Pop Manta. I'm going to cause havoc. You don't know which one's real.
They're coming. They're coming right now. The Gyrocopter is non-position for this one. The SD Disruption, there'll be a follow-up steal, and the Shadow Demon dies instantly, but the Ravage as well as the jump in. Moo, he is just completely obliterated. Banana in the tree line too. Rabbit's trying to help him off. The Cogs pushing the Razor up on top of the hill. They might actually have space to fight here, but then how? We've got movement back in again by the Meepo. Hookshot will kill off the Dazzle, so they take away his protection, but it's a full team wipe. They lose only supports in Romania.
Gyro.
They have the Chinese in trouble, and they're just beating themselves in. They want the kills, and it's GG! Romania does it! They will actually beat the Chinese here with the Meepo. They force the issue, and Newbee find themselves 1-1.
Amazing play there, not just by Weehaha. I mean, you control that game completely. His Meepo skill is out of this world. But Newbee, they just look despondent. How do we play up against that? What did we do wrong? And I don't think there was anything they did massively wrong.
No. Really, they played the game like clockwork. It was just like move through the motions. This is when we do it. They do it at the right time. And then the Meepo, like there was that one moment when they underestimated the power of the Meepo.
When Hao gets sort of caught behind his tier 1, he thinks, okay, this is fine. I can do this. Gets caught again. Hang on, this guy's really strong. I can't go up against this on my own. And he kept sort of getting caught out. Okay, then they rotate supports in, and he just takes out 3 of them on his own.
That critical moment, I think, is when the Hex got hit on Moo. Like that was that moment when you're just like, okay, momentum's really going to massively switch right now. Like, even experience, at the last point of that game, they were still up, like, I think it was 15 to 20K worth of experience, but the gold has gone straight back to 0. All the power was with the pushing of Romania, the mass amount of burst power which they got from their team fight, and the space that was made for everyone. The Thailander Ravagers were really good.
Oh, yeah.
Like that one, there was a 4-hero one defending the tier 3 tower in the bottom lane. The only person he didn't get was the Ogre. He died directly after, but Ogre was actually a non-factor during that fight.
Like that purchase of the 4-staff where we saw defending the tier 3 at bot, where he 4-staff first, then blinked to get the extra distance, to get the Ravage, caught them completely off guard.
Yep.
But I think you're right, the timing on that Hex was sort of when the BKBs on Hao and Mu were sort of 7-6 second mark.
Yep.
So it was bridging that gap between when he desperately needed to Hex them and then when their BKBs were such a low duration that he had no problem taking them out in team fights.
And I'm just really impressed by that game in its entirety. So Newbee, they're going to find themselves in a position up against Egypt. If they do not win that game, they'll actually find themselves eliminated from the IeSF, potentially, while Romania have just secured themselves a spot in the playoffs. So congratulations, Team Romania. We'll have ourselves a break, and we are coming back to the main stage shortly for the official opening ceremony. I hear it's going to be a blast.